what's your name, ma'am? Carrie, where are you from? Lebanon. That's close, right? I think I did a rodeo, what's that? The Albany Rodeo back in the day. Little story. First of all, Carrie, how you feeling? There you go, Carrie. I'll tell you a little story. Thank you for bringing that up. The rodeo in Albany, Oregon. Don't you love when the people in the front are having the loudest conversation? Hey, John Growney, I'm talking to him. He was? Okay. Are we fighting up here? So here's a story about Albany, Oregon and the rodeo. It was the beginning of my career, and I had a little living quarters trailer with, see, what if I meet? Are we good? Are we okay? Oh, he's sitting by your wife. Yeah. Is it your wife? Okay. Nice job, John. You little weasel. So I'm in Albany, and we have a little living quarters trailer. We have a dog with us, pre-kids, I believe. And it had a dressing room, one of those mid-tack dressing rooms. So they were partying down in Albany, Oregon. It's down here on the other side of I-5, correct? This is in about 1998, 97. And so they're partying down. We did not partake in the party. We went to bed that night because, we were freshly married, so that's what you do. Anyway, in the morning, I get up in the morning and I'm checking things and I'm looking around and I'm going to get something out of my mid-tack, and there is a guy sleeping in my mid-tack compartment of my trailer, and he didn't know where he was, and I looked, and the best part was we had a little tree by the trailer, and he had hung his hat in the tree. He hung his hat in the tree and went to bed in my trailer. So that is my Albany, Oregon. Did they call it Albany, or is it up? It's Albany. Oh, thank you. Thanks for video. So that is my Albany, Oregon story. So thank you, Carrie, for coming. How about you folks? I always like to see who traveled the farthest, who's local, who's from somewhere else. It's early in the week, so I know there's a lot of locals. Anybody from outside of Oregon here tonight? Anyone? From yeah. You? Where are you from? Vancouver, Washington. That doesn't really count. It's just right there. We traveled so far. So the border's still open then between Washington and here. You guys got to get home early before they close the border. Anyway, for those of you, there's not a big sign up or anything. My name is Flint Rasmussen, and I've for 20 years at the National Mountains Rodeo, done a little show we call Outside the Barrel. If you don't know, I used to be inside the barrel more than outside the barrel. For a lot of years, I was in the arena here as the entertainer and barrel man here at the St. Paul Rodeo. Was inducted into the Hall of Fame here in 2014. And I haven't been here since that year. So this year I got to come back. I'm doing a little show. I'm going to interview the winners in the arena. And really, I said it last night before the rodeo started. My exact words were, I forgot how damn cool it was in St. Paul, Oregon. So it's just great to be here. And what I've always liked to do from day one in about 2004, 2005, when I kind of started doing this show I call Outside the Barrel. The purpose was, it was before podcasting, it was before Cowboy Channel, it was before we really got to meet cowboys and the people involved in the rodeo. All you got to hear was, wow, that horse really bucked out at field. And that was all we really knew of cowboys. So I wanted to bring it a little closer to people. Since then, there are a lot of podcasts and a lot of shows, but I still enjoy bringing the guys the stories they have to tell, and the people they know, and what the process of rodeo. I like to bring that to people, so I continue to do that through podcasts and online things, and but mostly my favorite thing is to be standing in front of people here, like at St. Paul. So tonight, I have a couple, 2 or 3 good guests that we want to discuss. The process of rodeo. It's the 4th of July, so there's a lot going on. My first guest tonight, though, and I'm going to let him, he's got a busy night ahead of him, so I want to bring him up and have a few words. He is, you're from Washington or Oregon? What's it, Cranville? You are from, what do we call, I'll get to it in a second. Anyway, Listen, he's been around a while, and he's just a very talented, I like to use the word affable, likable guy in the cowboy world. He impresses me with the job he's done because he was one of our cowboy protection bullfighters. He is from Prineville, Oregon. Great talent here in St. Paul. Give it up for Logan Blasdell, everybody. Logan.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome, buddy. Here, have a seat. Good to see you. Prineville. Does Prineville have a nickname? You know, there's like, every town has a nickname. I've never been to Prineville, but I picture sagebrush, pine tree.
Yeah, a lot of sagebrush, junipers. We're kind of known for being the cowboy capital of Oregon.
Oh, really? Is every state has, not the cowboy capital. Everybody has a cowboy capital. So you guys, do those guys enter Prineville? Did you go to Prineville? No, oh, they did. Oh, yeah. Clayton did.
Did pretty good, yeah.
So, did you grow up there?
I grew up there. Yeah, I've been there since I was a little kid.
So, so Logan's one of our bullfighters. Tonight during the bull riding, you'll see him. Is there just two of you here tonight?
Right now it's Dave Burrock.
Dave
Josh
Burrock
is a little late to the show, but we kind of had a kid yesterday.
Yeah, Josh Derry's, his wife had a baby yesterday, so he missed the rodeo for that.
Can't believe it.
Like, what? What? So he's maybe rolling in?
Yeah, so maybe be coming in tomorrow. So
okay.
We're waiting to see if Tyler's going to let him go or not. We'll see if he actually gets here.
I know that if my wife had a baby during rodeo, I wouldn't know how to spell rodeo. Yeah. It just doesn't mean that much.
Kaylee would probably pay somebody to run me off the road.
Yeah, I know. So most guys that do your job, people think you're crazy, you're out there protecting cowboys. Most guys I know that do that job well really know livestock and the tendencies of cattle because either they've immersed themselves in it or that's their upbringing. What was it for you?
Absolutely the same. I grew up in a ranching family. We run cows my whole life. So Dad always put me on a horse when I was a little kid, and from then on it was, they taught me how to read cattle and sort and do all that thing, and just kind of projected into my rodeo careers too.
Well, and for people, I know there's probably people here that kind of understand it, and some people that don't at all. I have a friend that, his name's Frank Newsom, a legendary bullfighter. And I was around him when kids would come and say, I want to be a bullfighter, what should I do? And he'd go, well, he'd say, go work at a sale yard.
Absolutely.
And they were so deflated. And what they do is they always sort cattle and work cattle, and you learn to see them switch leads and their tendencies, and right?
Absolutely. The other day there was a little kid walking around back here, dinking around. They're sorting steers and cows. And his dad comes over and goes, how can we get him into fighting bulls? And I looked at the other and I'm like, don't go down there and sort them cows off one at a time. And the dad just looked at him, that's not a bull. So that's the one way you're going to learn.
Yeah. Well, how many times, you're sorting cattle and you start to learn that if you just step at them, they'll look at you. Everybody thinks, how do you distract bulls? You move, right?
Yep. Get their eye, get their attention. Well, there's certain bulls that they don't want nothing to do. They do their job, they get out, like you've seen. And if you step up in their eye, they're going to go away from you, kind of thing. But the ones that kind of work a little bit, obviously, you get in their eye, and then they're in your lap.
There is, again, I've had the opportunity to do a lot of Q&As with crowds around the country at big cities, so I kind of predict what people are going to ask. Everybody thinks because of cartoons that you don't wear red around bulls, right? Everybody says, oh, don't wear red. Speak about that myth about wearing red.
It's the one that goes right. But, so I don't know why that ever came about, the Acme cartoon or whatever it was, or a couple years ago, there was an example that people were using at Sisters Oregon, bull jumped out. And,
no, I didn't hear about that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Runs around, and a gal that kind of got wrecked out happened to be wearing a red shirt.
That's stupid. Never wear red to a rodeo.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like on the internet, the Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Oh yeah, every other comment was, well, duh, she was wearing a red shirt. That's why you got one over.
You can't wear a red shirt to a rodeo and expect to leave there in one piece. Yeah.
Terrifying.
I think my theory is the red shirt, the wearing red thing came because if you ever notice when you wear red, yeah, hold on, stay there. Yeah, when you wear red, it's a bright color and it shows well for the crowd. What'd you say? Well, no. Yeah, what about them? Their red cape, correct. See, that's the other thing. The matadors have a red cape. I still think just because it shows well to the crowd.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think basically on her way by, she was telling us we were dumb. And I think she was explaining to us that we were wrong. Listen, you have a Zach Bryan shirt on. Yeah, no, come on here. That's real country music. You have a wife, kids, everybody that's coming up today has family?
Absolutely. My wife and kids, Logan Blasdell, my little kids, Ridge, he's 9, Bonnie's 3, and they're the longest, funnest little crew I've ever seen in life. And, I've been blessed that they love this rodeo game just as much as I do. Get to see everybody. It's a family anyways when you're outside of the game, as you know.
It's the process of really making it in this, people all the time, you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. I think we all find something we're good at.
Absolutely.
And pursue that. There's not crazy. There's a process to all of this, isn't there?
Oh, I'll use the example of if you're a downhill mountain biker or a motocross rider or you're just lucky a trail rider, everybody gets their adrenaline out of their own thing or what they love to do. I love to fight bulls, I love to help my buddies and be around the atmosphere. So it's a normal day for us out there enjoying what we're doing. It'd be the same thing for somebody riding a dirt bike down just a dozen trail.
All right, and I've been around this. A lot of people are fulfilled. They'll say to me, doing all that stuff out there with bulls is crazy. I said, what do you do? Well, I'm an accountant. I said, that's crazy. That's
crazy.
You sit and stare at a screen all day. That's crazy. So we all find our thing and pursue our thing, don't we?
Absolutely. Blessed to find something that you love and that you're fortunate enough to be good at. And it's fun to get to enjoy it as much as you can while you can.
What's your schedule look like? Give me your next 3 weeks of what's going on.
Wrap up here this week, and then we jump up to Cheney, Washington, and then jump on a plane and then to Fort Worth, Texas. Do a little stuff with Frank Newsom from PBR.
Yeah.
And then, that's all I got on top of my head. That's like Logan.
That's all you gotta know. There's a lady over there videoing you right now that knows your schedule.
She does all my schedule.
Just do what she tells you to do. Real quick, we have to. This is a pretty cool place.
Absolutely. This is probably my favorite rodeo. I mean, you come here, it is the atmosphere, the people, it's legendary. I mean, just to walk out, put your feet in the dirt in this arena, and where so many greats have been, it's a surreal feeling.
Yeah. Listen, I know you got to get going. Gonna bring a couple other guys up here, but really great job. You've come a long ways. Proud of you.
I appreciate it.
Give it up for Logan Blasdell, everybody. Watch for him tonight. Thanks, Logan. I want to bring a couple other guys up. Hold up, I'm going to No, you can come up. That's okay. I want to bring a couple other guys up here. First of all, the man to my immediate right, to your left, he is the 2019 World Champion bareback rider, California. This is Clayton Biglow. Give it up for Clayton. And the taller guy, farther right, not as tall as he looks on TV. He is the 2022 World Champion bareback rider from the great Midwest. That's Jess. So a couple of world champions. Have a seat, fellas. Good to see you. You can tell they just rolled in. Their shirts were untucked. Pants are back. Good to see you guys.
Good to be seen.
Did you get parked out there? Okay. So,
At the North 40.
we're not gonna listen. Everybody's doing their job. But there's a Chris Ledoux song about photo finishing, and standing there was two highway patrolmen and a gate man with a fat lip. That's a real story, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's real.
So
it's gonna happen today.
But you needed a place to park because I know we get caught up in being at one rodeo, but you got to be somewhere else, right?
Yeah, I'm going to Malala right after I ride here, and I was hoping to get parked a little closer, so when I get done, I can just get the heck out of here. But no, we're parked in the back 40.
Well, good. So how do you do both of these rodeos? I know since the beginning of time, guys running back. I know when I was here, and John Brownie, and that's pretty much the beginning of time. There's rough stock guys running back and forth. So do they start later, run the event later? How do you work both rodeos?
Yeah, Malala starts at 8, and bareback rides 5th event, so they give me just enough time to get from here to there and make it.
You just leave everything taped up?
Yeah, I just grab my stuff, grab my rigging, and get in the truck and go.
It would be really nice if you were parked really close where you could...
It'd be convenient.
Listen, you know what I could do after this show? I could let you have my little spot with my name on it.
Right, we can just switch it to Clayton, huh, for next year?
Yeah, maybe not. All right, where did you guys are together, you kind of rotate traveling partners. You were kind of with Cole Reiner, Tim O'Connell, maybe.
Yeah, they're turnout teams, that's why they're not here.
Yeah, so how does that work? They just saw what they had, some didn't work. Where did you come from?
So Biglow and I were up in Prescott last night, not entering together, just ended up entering the same. Tim and Cole, they were doubled up here with Livingston, Montana tonight, so I know Cole went over there. Tim's been a little sore up, so he took a 4-day, and I think he's going to Cody on 4th.
So when I was texting you and didn't hear from you for a bit, you were on an airplane. I made that comment. Somebody said, did you get a hold of Jess? I said, yeah, but I'll bet he's flying because he would never not text me back right away. So I didn't make that decision. Cole Reiner is a guy. Livingston, Montana is a great rodeo. Not near the money up as here. How do you make that decision to give up a rodeo that will pay double but still go? Does it have to do with the stock? What goes into that?
Yeah, I mean, you just, like for the rough stock, we get to see what we have drawn like 4 or 5 days in advance. So, like coming in here, I have a really, really good one though that I have a shot for a really good check. Cole, he was probably going to be competing for 6th, 7th, the very bottom checks where he's got a chance to win Livingston. So yeah, it's less added money, but in his eyes, he thought he had a shot to win more money today. And it worked better on for the rest of the week to go home and get his dropped out of Billings and have it for the rest of the 4th.
When you're making those decisions, is your frame of mind is it strictly business, or is that little part of you go, damn it, I really love St. Paul? Does that play into it?
Oh yeah, for sure. We all want to be here. It's the highest paying rodeo of the week, and like me and Jess caught good ones, so we're thrilled to be here. And that's a bummer for guys that don't draw on the bottom end and have to go somewhere else.
So where now? You're up here tonight. Are you in Malala too, or just?
No, I'm not in Malala. I go to Kilgore, North Dakota tomorrow.
Oh, that's easy. Are you driving to Kilgore, North Dakota?
No, we're gonna fly. I gotta fly into Bismarck tomorrow.
That's easy. Get Portland to Bismarck. That's a direct, right?
Something like that.
So, but you'll go, now you go to Malala. Now who will you hop in with? Who do you hook up with? What do you do?
Well, I'll run to Malala, and then I'll come back, pick these guys up,
okay.
split the room, fly out tomorrow. We're going to escort tomorrow.
So, about the time you guys split the win in the round tonight, I interview you in the arena after you take your victory lap because you tied for the lead. You'll run to Malala, get on another bucket horse. Jess will stay here and drink 4 beers waiting for you, and then you'll...
Seems a little bit low.
Did you see Gus's interview last night?
I didn't know.
And I said, he was a re-ride, so we had already crowned the winner in the saddle bronc riding. Sage Newman was the winner. Gus gets a re-ride, beats him. So I run out and interview him. He said, I'm going to that tacker and get a couple beers in me. It's the best interview of the night. So congratulations, you get to pick up these turds.
Yeah, I'll be doing all the work and they can have fun.
Yeah.
He's a really good driver.
So You guys both have families. You have kids. I didn't ask about a wife.
Oh, yeah. I need that to have kids. So,
Well, not necessarily. Hey, it's easy. I have kids.
2 kids.
Yeah, so your kids are how old?
I got a little boy who's going to be 3 in October and a 10-month-old baby girl.
They're probably real tall, slender.
Oh, yeah, you know that. They look just like me.
So, by the way, Jess, tell everybody how old is your new baby?
She was 8 weeks old last Sunday, so still pretty fresh, a little bit behind the ears.
Well, pretty fresh. That's a good way. Okay. Having kids can go, I've always said with athletes, with contestants, it can go either way. All of a sudden they can put a perspective on the fact, hey, life's not, other things aren't that important. I have kids now, it puts things in perspective, or it puts a hell of a lot of pressure on you that you gotta make a living for these kids. What do you feel, which direction do you feel it going here?
I don't know. Honestly, there was more pressure when Sid was pregnant to win and do better, but anymore, now that she's on the ground, it's like, showing up to go rodeo again, getting to go to work.
Yeah.
So, I don't feel any different than I did before.
What about, how do you handle all of it? Your kids are at home. I've kind of been there.
Right.
Very much been there when my kids were little and I was in a little different situation. We used to have a big motorhome that parked right out here. My girls would put a kiddie pool out, didn't care about people. I have a little advantage over you guys. It is hard.
Yeah, we're bouncing around, like you say, we get to stay at one place for a weekend, and for us, they can't really go with us all year long, so it makes leaving home really tough, and that's the hardest part about the whole thing, just having to leave them at home, and we could be gone for a couple weeks at a time, so.
Would you, I know it's early, your kids are getting a little older, but you've been through, usually by assimilation, your kids do what you do. My girls were rodeo stars. They know you very well from college rodeo and stuff.
We met at the Beacon.
The Beacon in Casper, exactly. I never encouraged my kids to do it. My wife was more of an influence with the horse training. Would you encourage your kids to be in rodeo?
Oh, 100%, yeah. Like, we got home from the hospital, I had Lindsay, that's our little girl, I had her on a horse at day 5. I mean, granted, I sold her and everything anyway. We wanted her to be involved as much as we can. Rodeo is going to give me the best living that I could ever ask for, so why wouldn't I want to be involved in it? And if she doesn't want to be involved, then I'm going to let her do whatever she wants, but I'm sure an advocate for it.
Yeah. What about you? Are your kids going that way?
If they want to, and I'm not going to stop them if they do, it's the greatest way of living, you know, it's not even if they want a rodeo, but just the way of life. Being around horses, I think it teaches you so much. But whatever they want to do, I'll be 100% behind them, and it's just whatever they want to do.
It's funny because I think you guys know this. When I grew up, my dad was a rodeo announcer, and I just liked to go because there was fairs and girls, and I didn't want to be a cowboy. I had a brother that, not one that you know, another brother that was a cowboy. And lo and behold, when it came down to it, I'm making a living a rodeo. And I always did things different and thought I'll be okay doing other things. In the last 2 years, I've been sitting in a corporate office and realized, damn it, I kind of like being a cowboy. So kind of gravitated full circle back out here. It's funny how it gets in you. I mean, we make fun of our friend John Brownie, world famous stock contractor. Honestly, he's shaking his head. But it's the same way. You come around it, and then that's the people you want to be around, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It hooks you, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, 2 more things here. First of all, you guys chose to come to St. Paul. Tell us why, because of the horse that you have, what makes your horse great tonight to give you the best chance to win.
Yeah, I've got land with Fantasy and Sankey's. We took her to NFR, actually just got on her on Saturday at the short round arena. Big horse, gonna circle around to the right, really jump up in the air and kick out hard. I mean, if everything goes right, I should be mid-80s or high 80s, close to 90. So I'm not too sure. They didn't run St. Paul on that horse last year, 2 years ago or something.
And the Sankey Rodeo Company, known in Wade, has done a great job. Do some really great horses. And you had a great week. Your last couple weeks have been good.
been very, very good. So been drawn good. I took 6 weeks off after Blue was born pretty well at home. So haven't been seen since September. It was pretty well. Feel good, feel fresh, and excited to be here.
What about you, Clayton? What about your horse made you come here?
I got another Senke horse called Sozo, and it's an old campaigner that's been around for years, and pretty much similar to Jess's horse. Is going to go out there and be really good, be around to the right, and give it a great chance to win some money.
All right, before I let you guys go, when I talked about are you ever disappointed you can't come to a place like this? Even though you guys grind it down the road, there are certain rodeos you love that have a different flavor. Tell me a cowboy contestant's perception of the St. Paul Oregon Rodeo.
You have to dodge the trees. That's the first thing that comes to mind. I don't know. It's a really cool setup. You know, the big grandstands are out all the way around. The trees separate you from everywhere. You can post a picture online. Anybody who's ever rodeo, you don't have to put a caption where you're at. They know exactly where you're at. One of the biggest rodeos that we go to all year long. And you know, you're going to get on good customers when you show up.
What about you, Clayton?
St. Paul, I believe, I'm pretty 100% on this. I've never missed. This is a rodeo every year. I've been good, drawn good at it every year, and I've never had to go somewhere else over it. I've also ended my focus live around here probably 2 or 3 times, and to me, I feel like on the July 4th is probably the coolest. This is the coolest curve of all. Yeah.
Well, you know what I got like? It's so big. It's a little tiny town, 400 people, and all of these thousands of people come from Portland and all over because they want what we got here. And this whole show is run by a bunch of damn farmers, and I like that. They don't wear ties. You don't see 35 matching shirts of guys who think they're more important. It's just a bunch of ag people putting on a great show.
I said it's the parking guys.
I'll have a chat with the parking. Listen, I know you guys, just so everybody knows, these guys, they're getting on a bucket horse here in about an hour. And I like to think I've become good enough friends that they take time to come over here, but mostly they know what St. Paul means to all of us, and it means the same to them. So tonight, cheer a little louder for Clayton Biglow and Jess Pope, all right? Give it up for these guys. Tonight, as you enjoy the rodeo, all the events in it, J.J. Harrison will be performing inside the arena. Marty Campbell, Justin McKee bringing you the action as the announcers. Everybody, I will be interviewing the winners after each event. Hopefully it's you two or one of you two. Maybe you'll tie, like I said. We appreciate you coming out. I'm glad we could bring you a little bit of insight into our sport, into what they go through. The Outpost here is a great addition to the St. Paul Rodeo. I wasn't here when I was here. Enjoy, get a beverage. You get to come to the bar before the rodeo. You can't beat that. Listen, St. Paul, we love you. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I'm Flint Rasmussen, Clayton and Jess. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. See you in a few minutes.
Sorry.